Hey guys, welcome to downtown Gilbert. We're enjoying a little bit of a rain right now, off and on. Let's just wait a couple minutes and we'll let the notifications go through and let anybody join in who might want to join in. Get yourself a drink, get yourself, if you got any supplies, get yourself supplies ready, get yourself a notepad and a pencil, and we can talk ideas, and you can make a gear list and that sort of thing. So let's give it just a couple minutes. Guys, welcome to downtown Gilbert, or welcome back to downtown Gilbert. Sorry for not having a stream last night. I felt real crappy, and then I started feeling better. But by the time I started feeling better, I just was really tired. So at first I was like, oh man, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't feel so great. As the night went on, I started feeling better, but I just got more tired. We're gonna do a little bit of prepping tonight. We're gonna talk some prepping ideas. Yeah, by the way, no one in it. Welcome, Robert Reef. Welcome, Migsy, Cheryl, everybody, all the lurkers. Welcome, guys. We're gonna do a little bit of prepping. Yeah, this is a 357. This is welcome. This is I got this on Facebook. It was a Rifleman's pack, I think. Marines, I believe. And it comes with all sorts of, it's all MOLLE connected and has all sorts of special connector pouches. There's a vest, a gear vest that goes with it. It's really nice, as you probably know. And a hydration pack, ammo pouches, grenade pouches. But, you know, we're just going to talk gear tonight. We're going to talk about having a go bag ready in case of emergencies. Maybe we're going to talk about what's smart to have, the purpose of it all, you know, and the purpose is very simple. It's to have a bag that you can grab that'll help you in emergency situations. The important thing is you don't know what it's going to be, so you want to have as much stuff in as small and as light as a pack as possible. So the things we're thinking about are natural disasters, right? Civil unrest, you know, there's riots and there's we don't have to go into the whys, guys. We can think of the whys if we sit and think for 2 seconds. We're going to talk about the what. And what is, this is my Doom bag. People call it a go bag, people call it a bug out bag, people call it all sorts of stuff. And so yeah, I don't really have anything planned. We're just going to go through my stuff. I'm going to explain it. We're going to talk ideas. I would love if you guys would, if you guys get ideas from this, or if you guys have, please feel free to tell me what I'm doing wrong, what could be better, and stuff like that. And we'll just sort of go through the outside. I have a fleece blanket, or just a cheap fleece blanket. I could ditch that if I really need to. I have my slingshot pack. This is a slingshot. In here is 2 extra bands and some steel ammo. I could see this for a very small, I could ditch the ammo even, and improvise ammo along the way. For that small weight cost, this could be useful for hunting small game, right? One of the major things is this pack is designed to get me to somewhere where there's shelter, right? I should be able to grab this bag and have most of what I need to either find shelter, create a shelter. This is if I need to leave my home. So I'm thinking of the things I might need if I'm leaving my home. Maybe I'm out in the bush. A slingshot is great for hunting small game. A slingshot could be great for other things as well. A distraction for a nearby enemy, you know, all sorts of interesting things. Slingshot is good to have. That's going in my pack. Fleece blanket, I mentioned already. I have 2 ginormous knives on my pack. This is a buck, I think it's a 119. Buck 119. This was my hunting knife back in the day. And also shout out to my late dad. He put together a lot of the stuff that's in this pack that I salvaged from my hunting pack. Gotta have a knife. Gotta have a really nice flashlight. I have 2 packs of ammo, one on either side. This is 22 rounds because my weapon of choice in the apocalypse is a Ruger 1022. It's definitely one of the weaker rifles in the world, but it's light and it's simple, and I feel extremely confident and comfortable with it. And anybody who is not afraid of a 22 round is frankly an idiot. I don't have any kind of scope on it. It's just straight iron sights. So that's one thing I'm not showing, that I will be grabbing my Ruger 1022. So I have ammo there. And another one here, same thing. I also have a very big full tang. This is a Fearless by Viper Knives. Sort of a backup giant knife. My number one giant knife is my Buck. That's sort of a backup. That's like a fighting knife. That's a more, you know, you could do some batoning wood and stuff like with that. Other than that, that's about it on the all outsides of my stuff. So we're gonna be digging into it now. I've shot my 1022 so much I wore out the firing pin. I have a new one in now. Shot last week. Extremely nice gun. I might do this, guys. Let's see. So this is just a simple cheap fleece blanket from Walmart. You know, that could be a blanket, that could be a pillow. You could strip that out into like cordage if you need to. All sorts of cool stuff you could do with a really cheap and it's light fleece blanket. Let's see. In the front pack, I have I think this is first aid. Okay, I have some first aid and some random stuff. This should be in my first aid. I don't know why it's not. These are some disposable tooth brushes. Okay guys, first aid. Whoa, holy smokes, stand by. Holy crap. Okay, we're back. I have a huge thing of, what is this? Hydrogen peroxide. What can you use this for? I don't know. Any MREs? No. Unfortunately, no. I do have sort of a solution for food. I'll get there. I should put an MRE, at least one MRE in there. This is hydrogen peroxide. This is antiseptic cleansing foam. This is athletic tape. This is gauze. And then there's a first aid kit in here, you know, band-aids, alcohol swabs, there's, you know, gloves, that sort of thing. And there's a pen in there. All right. There's a very little chance I'll be able to pack this in like I had it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. So that does it for my first aid. Oh, I have a small flashlight, I have floss, and I have some more gloves, another pen, and some like wipes for off botanicals, insect repellent. That's sort of my one-man first aid pack. It's not gonna do anything super serious, but it's gonna maybe prevent me from bleeding to death. You know, I keep liquid skinning with me. That's actually an incredible idea. I need to put liquid skin in there immediately. That could take up an entire box of Band-Aids, or be the same or better than a whole box of Band-Aids. So that's my first aid pack. Pretty light. I have some other random things in here. This is just a book for note keeping and logs. This is stormproof matches. This is a small knife salvaged from one of my old iterations of my gear vest, the CRKT Obake. A nice little Japanese knife. So one thing I think about with this pack is it's not incredibly like backbreaking heavy, but it's not light at all. It's pretty heavy. I wouldn't be able to carry this for huge distances, so I would need to set up a base somewhere. But if I need to, I can really ditch a lot of this stuff and go totally mobile, right? I don't need the book. I don't need this entire bottle of antiseptic if I'm going mobile. So there's things I can ditch. Yeah, plus there's some like types of cuts or wounds that a Band-Aid is just not gonna help, but if you just literally super glue it shut, or better yet, the special new skin type of stuff, that's what it's made for. It's better than Band-Aids. So keep in mind, I can always ditch some stuff, guys. The last thing I have in the front is my titanium king, guys, because cash, at least up until a certain point, who knows how long after, but cash is king. Cash is still going to be king up until a certain point after the doom begins. And I got 60 bucks here for like a tank of gas maybe, or, you know, I don't know. I don't imagine that when it gets real bad that cash is going to help too much. But I imagine that maybe this could buy me a tank of gas, right? Emergency 60 bucks. Oh, guys, I forgot one major thing. Put some tampons for puncture wounds. Yeah, bullet wounds for sure, 100%, and knife slashings. Guys, the major number one rule of my Doom bag, and I recommend this be your number one rule as well, is that nothing else in here goes anywhere else. This 60 bucks, I forgot about it. I don't own this 60 bucks anymore. This 60 bucks is gonna stay here until the doom begins, right? I can't be taking stuff out, you know, and not knowing what's in here. I don't have to. Some people have a list of every single piece of gear that's in their bag. I don't need to do that, but what I do need to do is make sure that this is 100% purpose driven. I don't use this slingshot now that I've designated it for this purpose for anything else. It's out of my slingshot gear into my emergency gear. That's my number one rule for a gear bag. I recommend that be the same for yours. I thought about that for hundreds. I'd rather do like maybe 100, because you also have to think that maybe change won't be possible. Maybe a 10, a 5, a 10, a 20. No, forget about the 5. A 10. Maybe you're right. Maybe hundreds is the way to go. Anyway, this will at least buy me a tank of gas. And everything in here has no other purpose, and I'm never taking it out. Bug out bag should be static once assembled. Yes. You know, you should do maintenance, you should do checkups, you should do upgrades, you know, but this stuff shouldn't be used for other purposes. Yeah, gold dust, yeah. Also, yeah, I don't know how valuable titanium is, but I'm gonna lie to myself and pretend that titanium is gonna be valuable in the time of the dooms. And I'll be like a Waterworld guy with the last titanium king. All right, guys, that sort of sets aside my my random stuff and my first aid stuff. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh, two things I didn't add yet that I will. This whistle, boom, added. And this signal mirror. This signal mirror can be seen for like dozens of miles away. Look, there's you. Two cool things. Sometimes you don't want to be seen. Sometimes you do want to be seen. You don't know what you're going to want. Signal mirror is super light and simple and can communicate over incredible distances. Oh, dude, Kinetic says titanium will be. I knew it. All right, we're getting into the potatoes, and we're getting into the potatoes and Pete's. Guys, the number one rule of the go bag is to make sure you can, you know how to open it. It's really important that you know how to operate the zippers. Okay, so I got a couple of different packs within my main pack. There's one. There's one. And there's one. And that's everything that's in there. Here's my 3 sub bags. Whoever answers first, which one do you want to see first? 1, 2, 3. Whoa, Cheryl says 3. It's a good one. This is my food tin. I mean my food pack. First, we got some wet wipes. We have a collapsible cup. We have... I want to get pills because I don't know if I trust this. This is a Life Straw water purifier. I want to get the pills. And we got one of these little guys. Look at this. This is totally not necessary, but it weighs almost nothing, so I threw it in with my stuff. Just kidding. Guys, I put this together today. I want to know if this is a good idea, if this is a bad idea, if this is a dumb idea, if I should substitute this for something else. This is just a kind of a trial thing. This is my food tin, and I'll show you what I got here. I got 9 of these bad boys in my food tin. Inside this is 2 parts protein powder and 1 part fiber plus vitamins powder. My idea is that I mix each one of these with 8 ounces of water into a barely, well, not barely, definitely palatable slush shake. And for very little weight, I can keep myself going. Let's see, I didn't do the hardcore math on these. These are probably about 400 to 500 calories each. Which doesn't really sound like a lot. I wish it was more. I think if I add maybe some never seen anyone have that. Dude, I never seen anyone have this either. I'm sure somebody's done it, but this is just something I whipped up on the fly today. I think if I add powdered peanut butter, we could increase the calories. Anyway, about 500 calories each with 8 ounces of water. There's 9 of them in here. So I figured that this could keep me going if I'm hiking, you know, 3 days. Maybe a lot more if I like really push it and starve myself. So that's what these are. 2 parts protein powder and like protein milkshake powder and 1 part fiber plus vitamins. I'd love to know more about this type of idea. I don't know how long. I imagine these are pretty good unless they get wet. But that's my little food tin. I won't have to worry about any kind of food. You know, I will have to worry about water. There's no way you can carry enough water that you'll ever need, but I won't ever have to worry about food for probably, you know, at least between 3 and what, 5, 6 days, something like that. Yeah, in an emergency, a week. Yeah, you could probably, if you're not doing heavy work, you could probably get by on 1 of those per day for like at least some kind of thanks, Kinetic. I appreciate that. I like that too. Some PB2 would make it taste better too. Yeah. So that's everything in my kind of food tin. Just like a collapsible cup, water purifier, food powders, utensil. We got the black one, number 1, and this one, number 2. What do we want? There's definitely better, probably lighter ways to carry food, freeze-dried stuff, MREs. I'm not sure if there's a cheaper, easier way that takes up less room than what I've whipped up right there. Cheryl says 2. This is my shelter bag. First of all, I have a 5. It's pretty small. I think it's a 5x7 tarp. If you're smarter than me, you'll get a green one or a camo one. This can be a floor. It can be a shelter. It can be a wall. It can be a sleeping bag. It can be... You can, you know, all the stuff. So I got a tarp. What else do I got? Tuna packages, yeah, or Spam. The thin packs of Spam. We got some ponchos here. And some plastic. I think this was originally for processing game or something, but this is some plastic sheeting. Very light, useful. This is a solar... Oh, here we go, guys. My solar distillery thing. This is for distilling water. Look at that. We have a foil mylar rescue blanket. We have a rain bonnet with visor. We have some trash bags. This is an MRE heater, I think. You add water to this, and it might be a couple of them. You add water to this, and it heats up food or water or whatever. And then this is a pretty decent... everything else here is kind of trashy, all the plasticky stuff. This is not trashy. This is a PVC poncho. A nice one. So that's my sort of emergency shelter gear. I'd like to have maybe another tarp in there. One tarp is sort of sketchy. Poncho is a must, yeah. That leaves the last sub pack of my emergency. We saw, you know, what else? What do we see? We saw the first aid stuff. We saw the food. We saw the shelter. This is my little tool bag, and I should sort of put this other stuff in here that I'll put that other miscellaneous stuff in here too, but a bunch of zip ties on the outside. I think these are 8-inch. I like 8-inch because they fit in this bag, and because, of course, if you always need a bigger one, you connect them together. And now you got a 16. Zip ties, useful for shelter building, useful for, geez, connecting two things or more together, you know? Yeah, hot hands. I forgot hot hands. I need hot hands. Some simple, cheap gloves. This is for carrying stuff. Guys, if you've never worked with your hands, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way, I don't work with my hands at all anymore. If you've never worked with your hands, if you carry stuff or lift any sort of stuff heavy for any amount of time, you're gonna tear up your hands. You need gloves. So I have some cheapo ones, and then I have some pigskin gloves for more of a permanent, they all like the 8s, yep. This is a emergency vest, you know. I don't know why this is in here. We got a Leatherman with some bits. This is the Leatherman wave. Leatherman wave with bits. And these tweezers in first aid. Actually, yeah, the Leatherman does not have any tweezer abilities. We have, this is from my friends at Atwood Rope. This is about 50 feet of paracord. We have a blade already on it. Inside we have a lighter to finish the ends of the paracord. That'll keep our paracord from fraying and stuff like that. Also, you always need a lighter. This is a $2 bill for some reason. This was with my emergency stuff, I think. This is a power bank. We have some REM oil and some isopropyl alcohol. We have some more paracord. We have some very, very incredibly strong, I think this is called Aramid. This is like Kevlar string, super, super tough. And then a thinner string. We have a lighter. We have knockoff JB Weld. We have iodine, I guess. We have the Icon mini ratchet. This is going to be super useful for like scavenging stuff, for salvaging stuff, for fixing stuff, small stuff, for taking stuff apart. It's a ratchet with all sorts of useful attachments in a very small package. I have a pen. I have a carabiner. That's a cable for my... Here you go, Cheryl. Hold on. Pretend like that didn't happen yet. Just pretend like that didn't happen yet. For the first time ever, for the first time anybody's ever seen this, look at this. Woo! See, I know how to do it. See, I know how to do it. Told you I know how to do it. Oh yeah, and lastly, guys, what's this? Oh, these are some flashers. A little flasher. What else do I got? A little tiny scissors knife. And some fire color packet. Guys, in the Doom times, you could start a cult with this. You could, you know, recruit a henchman. I'm not sure. I had a really good feeling that I should put this fire color packet into my emergency bag. Alright guys, so let's see if I can pack all this stuff up. That was my little miniature tool bag. Guys, what am I missing? What did I get right? What did I get wrong? Do I got too much weight? What's happening with my gear? I want to know what you guys think while I pack this up, or at least try to. No flare? No flare. But those little firework things are very flare-like. Cash is king. Matches. Water filter purifier. I need some of the pills. I have the straw, Cheryl, but I need some of the pills. Okay. this should probably go like this. And then my tool bag. No, that should go first. This should go first. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, there we go. Then this. Wait, that's not gonna work. There we go, that'll work. Then this goes here. My food tin goes there, sort of. Guys, how did I do this? Okay, I remember. This one goes on the bottom. That's right. The shelter goes on the bottom. It keeps the horizontal integrity of the pack. Then the food. Then the tool bag. Yes, yes, yes. Still, guys, do extra training on your zipper training. Guys, do extra training on your zipper training. I'm all out of breath just from the zippers. And then in the big front pack is my first aid. With some random stuff. We got a notepad for reconnaissance logs. We got small knife. And finally, our peroxide. We zip this up. And then we'll do an overview once I get this on. There, guys. So inside we got the first aid pack. We got the shelter pack with the tarps and stuff. We got the tool bag with lots of stuff, all kinds of tools. We got 2 giant knives. We got 2 boxes of ammo for our 22, for our Ruger 1022. We have a slingshot pack with an emergency whistle. That's about it, guys. That's my emergency doom bag. What do you guys think? What am I missing? What do you like in my doom bag? Let's hear it. Welding gloves. Cheryl says need tweezers and first aid. That's true. Tweezers, yes. Cheryl, you know what? I'd like one of those little, like a little fingernail clipper with tweezers too. That would be cool. Yes, also Cheryl, water purifier pills. I need pills. Hard hat with lamp, that's nice. Compass or Garmin. Don't delete this. No worries. If anything happens, let me know. your zippers are sticking, just rub a candle on the teeth of the zipper. I think it was user error, but that's a good tip. I never heard of that. Don't delete this video. What about whistles? Yep, I have a whistle. Definitely need a compass. I have a little tiny dinky one, you know, that's like as reliable as a little dinky one. I'd like to get a better one. Bear gun that shoots flares. Amber like the food tin and ratchet set. That's the Icon mini ratchet amber from Harbor Freight. I did a video about it. It's really, really nice. It's one of the nicer things I've ever gotten, I think. I love everything about it. I can't say enough good things about that Icon ratchet set. I love it so much, I would take that in an emergency for scrapping, salvaging, scavenging, building. Yeah, I really like my food tin idea too. At the last second, I was like, dude, I should have put peanut butter instead of fiber. I'm not a nutritionist, but I figure, guys, is it a bad idea putting fiber at all? I mean, it's gonna help you not feel hungry, but is that a good thing? Feeling falsely not hungry. I guess it's not falsely not hungry. I don't know. We're still working out the details of the food tin, but that's what I got for an emergency right now. I really like that idea as well. All I need is 8 ounces of water per package. And in a true emergency, you just start sucking on that powder and without water until you need water to close your mouth. Peanut butter is protein. So yeah, guys, all of that in this package here. I got one more giant Lucky Paracord, man. We dropped one here earlier to commemorate this this joyous occasion. 2 days before the election. Guys, don't get caught off guard. Get yourself a go bag ready. Start small. Make sure it's purpose driven. Make sure you think about what's in there, how it can be used, what you might need in your area. For example, you didn't see a whole lot of stuff to fight off the cold here. I would much rather have stuff to fight off the sun and create shade in my particular area. So think about your area, think about the things that you would use and need and why and how. Get yourself a bag together. If you can't do that, get yourself a list created so you can get started sometime soon. I've had a go bag since I was in the 9th grade. That's incredible. I've had one for probably, I just redid this one. This is my new iteration. I've had one probably since 2010 or so. And guys, before we go, thank you for joining me. Sorry for missing the stream last night. I appreciate your guys' time. Guys, for me, remember, did I miss the whole thing? Guys, this stream was brought to you by our friend Flicker, who emailed me this morning or last night, I forget, and said, what about go bags? And I said, you know what? You're onto something. Unfortunately, yes, you missed the entire thing. I'm about to sign off, but you know what? You got the best of both worlds. You can watch it at 1.5 or 2 times X. And get all the information in 1.5 times, 1.5 divided by the time divided by 1, in less of the time, guys. I was out prepping for real. Well, thanks to Flickr for real for getting this stream together. I feel really bad that you missed the whole thing, but I hope you can go back and learn something from it. I had a great time hanging out with you guys. Guys, remember the #1 rule for my go bag. I don't use any of this other stuff for any other purpose. I'm not going to use that slingshot for slingshotting. I'm not going to use that lighter for lighting candles. Those knives are now part of my emergency bag only. If you want to take this to the next degree, you would say, I have a list of every single thing that's in my gear, and maybe I have a backup list for those things, you know. I will keep it simpler and say that all of this stuff is for emergency use only. It doesn't leave the bag unless I'm upgrading or changing the bag. Nothing nothing gets messed with. What can I say? The go bag is static. Never borrow from your bag. That's how you wind up with an arrow in your knee. Guys, thanks for joining me here in downtown Gilbert. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. End.